is CGTN, China Global Television Network.
So when other Muslims are telling them it's not by force, they also attacking them. They are bombing mosques, they are bombing churches. Any sensible person knows that these people, they are against humanity and are not representing anybody. So this is part of our responsibility to teach people the original teaching of Islam, for them to understand that the Boko Haram and all the terrorist groups are not representing Islam.
If they have the capacity to abduct those girls, that means they have the capacity to do to them what my abuser did to me. And I thought the fight that I couldn't fight, how I felt I couldn't subdue my abuser, this was the time to launch all of that fight into saving another girl. And joining the march on that first day, I felt I had a platform to fight, and I've been fighting ever since.
Despite increased efforts to put an end to the insurgency, Boko Haram continues to target the vulnerable, and the nature of their attacks keeps mutating, making it even harder to quash the group.
Ana kai su a dinga koya musu karatu, ana koya musu wa'azi, a ce su kai bom. Idan suka je su ihu cikin taron mutane, sai su tayar mutane su mutu. Ina neman hanyar fita, ban san ya zan yi in fita ba. Shi kuma rana ɗaya aka kawo hari, aka kai mu jeji. To da aka zo aka kashe shi, da muka da ake gaya mana aka ajiye mu ta kaba wata 4 muka gama. Suka ce za su mun aure, na ce a'a ni ba na so, ina so in kai bom Maiduguri. Suka ce in fa, na ce ni ina so in kai bom. Gaskiya masu ƙaunan abin nan sun fi yawa, don wa'ansu har murna suke yi, za su je su tayar, su daɗi suke ji, har wani tsalle suke yi. Amma ni ina nuna musu ni ma ina so, amma abin da yake cikin zuciya na daban ne, amma su kan sun yi alfahari da wannan abu.
Over the last 4 years, cases of suicide bombers in Nigeria have significantly increased. This is as a result of Boko Haram's use of women and children as suicide bombers. Presently, they make up the majority of attacks.
A mota suke ɗauko mu suke kawo mu, kuma mun zo ba sa gaya mana irin magana sosai hakan nan. Ce mana suke dai muka samu wajen taro ko kuma cikin mutane hakan nan, ko kuma mu yi ihu kamar irin shigan hauka ko wani abu ya same ka, idan kai ihu mutane suka taru a kanka sai ka tayar. To ba su ganni ba, kafin su juya ɗin hankalinsu yana kan harbi da kuma 'yan matan can, ni kuma irin matan da suke gudu, na bi su na gudu, na shigo cikin gari, na gade kar bullet ya same ni, na koma jeji.
Some of them were able to detonate their IEDs in certain places before getting inside Maiduguri, which took some casualties. But some of them were also gunned down by the troops. Luckily, we arrested one alive.
Suka ce za su harbe ni, babban ya hana, na ce akwai abu a jikina su cire mu. Ba su ji tsoro ba, na cire hijabi na, suka zo suka cire mu. Gaskiya na ji daɗi lokacin da aka cire mu don ji nake kamar ma an sana aljanna yadda nake ji aka cire bai tashi a jikina ba bai komai ba. Kafin na samu na fita lokacin da suka ɗauke mu na yi shekara 1 a gurinsu sannan na samu na fita.
With mounting pressure from the government, relentless military attacks, and growing disillusionment with the cause, a large number of Boko Haram fighters are abandoning the insurgency and attempting to return to their communities. The Office of the National Security Advisor in the Nigerian government has made notable steps in the de-radicalization process. This is through their Countering Violent Extremism program. Alpha Abdul Rahim helps reintegrate ex-militia and former abductees back into the society.
When 1 or 2 comes out, we try to build relationship with them. We try to psychologically work on them, give them the assurance that everything is going to be fine, that they will not be killed, because mostly they are afraid they will be killed. One important thing about this job is that we need to look at ourselves as the agents of change, the agents of reform. These people found themselves in an unfortunate situation. We need to work on re-educating them, reorienting them, and also letting the society know that there should be some aspect of their lives that should be open to reconciliation, forgiveness, acceptance, and the reintegration will be very easy.
To yanzu wanda ya bar ɗaki ya fita, su ba shi gudun mazauni, su ba shi ɗan abin da ya yi jari ya yi kasuwa, kuma wannan na ɗakin ma wane kaza ma ya fita sun aje shi sun ba shi abu kaza, sai shi ma zai ji, kuma wani zai fito, kuma wani ma zai ji labari haka wani zai fito, burancin hakan za su kare.
Gaskiya gwamnati ta ƙara yin ƙoƙari akai, duk da dai tana yi ta ƙara yin ƙoƙari akai, su dinga tura ma'aikata su dinga zuwa inda suke suna jin labari su je su dinga kashe su, wanda kuma suka shiryu suka ce ba za su ƙara ba. Su ma Boko Haram ɗin fatan da zan musu in na shirya ne Allah ya shirye su, in kuma ba na shirya ba ne to Allah ya sa ma'aikata duk inda suka same su su kashe su, Allah ya ba su nasara.
With these efforts yielding some significant positive results, many in Nigeria remain fearful of the repercussions of the reintegration process.
We shouldn't let our personal emotions override our common goals and interests. Government, as it is right now, is trying to do things in the right way, but they need to up their scale. That's the most important thing.
"30,000 lives have been lost to Boko Haram. Millions have been displaced from their homes. The number of refugees or internally displaced persons has more than doubled in the span of 3 years.
The official figure of those that have been displaced as a result of the Boko Haram insurgency is 2.1 million people. That figure is believed to represent less than 10% of the actual population of people that have been displaced as a result of the Boko Haram insurgency. That means if we face the truth and put out the right figure, it means that we have over 20 million people who have been displaced, affected, or moved out of where they know as home.
Bukky runs a number of NGOs that are dedicated to helping those living in IDP camps across Nigeria. She makes regular visits to check on conditions and individuals' progress.
So each of the family pay for it.
Yes.
Then when you guys came in.
Yes.
But now they no longer pay for it.
Yeah.
When people got displaced from the Northeast, one of the places that they flocked into is actually Abuja. And they will now live together in this.
Yes.
So no, Mama. The victims of Boko Haram are not just the Chibok girls that were abducted. They were also internally displaced persons. My NGO then thought it necessary to provide assistance to these IDPs, but we decided to focus on the Northeast. This is one of the things that they do here to help themselves financially, economically, so to speak. So they make these caps and sell it between 4,000 and 5,000 naira here in Nigeria. So, and when they sell that, they're able to make some money for themselves. But of course, it's not sold the way it would have been sold if it was not made from an IDP camp. So you won't expect people to buy it the way they would normally buy it if it was outside of this place. We do a project that we call School in a Bag project. These children should be empowered that their life should not start and end in the IDP camp. And we set up health centers, makeshift health centers. So that is how we started providing assistance. Sanu, Mama. Who is the teacher?
See her.
How her?
This one.
Ah, okay. Well done, Mama. You speak English, small. You don't speak broken English. She left Polka because of the insurgency, and she lost quite a number of her family members when Boko Haram overran their community. Economic sustainability here is skills like tailoring or fashion designing. And with that, you have women and even men get trained in these skills. And with that skill that they get trained in, they sew clothes for fellow IDPs like them, and even some others that need their services from the host community. She is the trainer. These two other people are also learning, from her. And it takes between 5 to 6 months to get people trained in this particular skill. And here is not through any government empowerment. She saved up to be able to do this on her own. And she's getting other people trained as well, while she's making some few bucks for herself to take care of herself and her family. Nobody wants to live as a displaced person because you don't feel at home. You don't feel free enough. She echoes the desire of many IDPs. They want to go back to their homes and start life all over again. So Fatima is just one of the many IDPs that would really love to. So do you have a lot of people going back to those, or is it just that man? He is also one of those that ran away from Polka. since 2015, and that was because of the insurgency in that place. Particularly the fact that our father, our brother, and some other members of our family were killed by Boko Haram. So when things got really worse, she decided to run away. She stays here, she is not doing anything. This is where they stay, herself and her husband. And her husband is, drives the motorbike for transportation. They don't have children here. And so this is where they've been living. Ask her, would she like to go back if things get better? Just like several other IDPs in other IDP camps in the northeast and other regions of Nigeria, the IDPs in Wasa IDP camp show that even though there is an enemy, but that they would not have to lose who they are, and they would not have to lose their lives because some group of people who just happens to be harmed have come to displace them from where they are. And we had reports when we went to the IDP camp of how the former leader in that IDP camp has actually relocated back to his community, simply because things are getting better in that place. And as a result, he's starting life all over again. And that means that one day these people can look back and say there was once war, but we won over that war because of our resilience.
Although there are signs of change, many believe that the greatest danger facing Nigeria now, due to the growing number of refugees, is the neglect of education.
You can say that education is just like a compulsory, because human being without knowledge, he can just behave like an animal. The knowledge is that what is making human being to answer his name as an human being. So what is improving human being is knowledge. The progress of the world is knowledge. It's knowledge. As you can see the world today, all these fabrications is through the knowledge. So it is a time of knowledge, both Western and the religion.
As a result of the Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria, there is a direct affront against education as a system. So they kill teachers, they destroy schools, and they abduct school children. We have a case of where parents would ensure that their children don't go to school because they would rather keep them alive. Children who have that right to education cannot exercise that right. That right cannot be protected and promoted simply because we are unable to deal with an issue that is affecting education of children in Nigeria. After the abduction of Chibok girls, which caused a lot of parents in that region to withdraw their children from school, not forgetting that at that time, all of the schools in Northeast were shut down. Not all the children went back to school. From our research that was conducted in 2017, we realized that there was a fall by 300% of children returning to school after schools were reopened. Because no one wants to be abducted. No one wants to be killed, whether you're a boy or a girl.
Awareness needs to be created, especially to parents, to create that channel for their children to access education. But that means schools need to be made available, and there must be incentive also to have school more attractive to them.
When the Northeast is developed, it automatically means it will trickle down and it will flow into other parts of Nigeria. To hand over to a generation of people the kind of empowerment that would make sure that they are adequately equipped to develop their own communities and societies, and so that as a whole we can boast of a Nigeria that is altogether good and worthy and developed.
Strides have been made. Since 2017, over 100,000 Nigerians have returned to the Northeast to restart their lives.
Gaskiya rayuwa na yanzu na ji daɗin shi, ya fi na dama daɗi, haka nake gani. Iyayena ma haka sun karɓe ni hannu biyu. Gaskiya rayuwa na da daɗi, amma daɗin na yi tsammanin ko idan na zo mutane za su guje ni. Amma kuma inda na yi tsammani ba ta nan ba ne yanzu. Ya ga yanayi na dai, ya ga yanayin hankali na ya mishi, kuma shi wannan ɗin yana neman matan da zai aura. Da ya zo shi, bayan mun gama gaisa da shi, mun gama hira, na gaya mishi abin da ya faru da ni. Na ce in za ka yadda za ka aure ni, ya ce gaskiya zai yadda zai aure ni, ai ba wanda ya fi ƙarfin jarrabawa, ai ni ma Allah ne ya jarrabe ni, ya ce ya amince, haka muka yi aure da shi.
Da kuma hankali na tashi sosai, saboda na je na fara samunta, mun daidaita tsakaninmu, har ma ya kasance mun soyayya har mun shaku, sai kuma na zo na ji wannan abu. To sai na ga na daɗe dai cikin dare gaskiya, don ranar ma ban rintsa ba, ina ta tunani. Sai na ga to ai ba wanda ya dace da ya kyautata mata ko ya kwantar mata da hankali irina, don duk wani wanda zai zo daga baya ai sai dai ya kwaikwayi abin da aikinmu ya nuna. Haka ne, mu mun kasance mukan yi wasa wani lokaci, haka dai muna ɗan nishaɗantar da junanmu.
Ya tura ni asibiti ne, na je na yi scan, aka ce mu ina da shi. Kuma da aka ce ina da shi, na ji daɗi, ji nake kaman ma ba zan zo gida dare in gaya mishi ba, saboda bai taɓa samu ba. Ni kuma ina burin in ga na aifa mishi, daɗi nake ji ma kafin ya zo na gaya mishi, kuma na gaya mishi ya ji daɗi sosai.
A ilimi yana da amfani kwarai da gaske, domin ko ni na yi ƙoƙarin in yi karatun bai yiwu ba, amma burina shine ɗana in Allah yarda ina so ya zama ko doctorate degree ya samu.
Education can empower individuals from all walks of life, from IDP camps to Abuja's halls of power.
So I'm in my 4th year in the law school. I feel excited about the fact that I'm going to wear that black gown and that creamy wigs very soon. But beyond the excitement of having to achieve an educational quest, the possibilities that would come from being empowered, the fact that I would then be able to stand up as a voice, especially in law court, and defend women and girls. Making sure that for every girl that is sexually abused and for every woman that is domestically abused, and shaping those rights and letting them know those rights. I have to focus primarily on human rights and see how I can combine that with humanitarian law and such other issues. I look forward to the future after this educational empowerment that I'm on right now, and I look forward to how Nigeria can indeed become a better place for every girl child and for every woman out there.
With so much potential and a resolute population, Nigeria is driven to face its challenges. But only time will tell whether the country will emerge from the shadow of Boko Haram.
For me, the Chibok girls issue has become something much more than just an advocacy. It has become an inner drive and quest to use a tragedy as an entry point to cause more changes in this nation and on the continent. Where is the farm? Whatsoever I can do within 24 hours, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, and then it goes on and on. As long as my strength and my energy permits me, it will all add up and conspire and make happen for me and for this nation my earnest desire to see Nigeria indeed become the giant of Africa that we call ourselves to be.
Tun shekara nawa suna yi wannan abu a yana sun ci nasara. To in mutum ba mara hankali ba zai je ya ci gaba. Amma kuma rashin ilimi ba abun da baya kawo. Kuma mu duka rashin ilimi ne. Ko da mun yi karatu boko nan, ai kan mu gani a cikin wannan ba.
Things are changing now because previous times, I don't think I can be even comfortable talking about it. But now, people sleep with their 2 eyes closed in Maiduguri and surroundings, and more of these guys are coming out. Other agents of change will push in to get all these people out.
We don't have to lose that generation to a group that is our common enemy. We can rewrite the story and the history of Nigeria because Chibok girls' abduction happened. That schools can be safer, parents don't have to worry, girls can go to school, education can become better, a generation don't have to be lost. And at the end, we can indeed boast of a Nigeria that rose from its failure into something more successful.